Hey everybody, welcome back to another Reddit Unfaithful Tale. Prior to we beginning, please hit the subscribe switch and alert bell if you love to watch more disloyalty stories. Wish to discover exactly how to return your ex-lover? Examine the link in the description box to discover how. I have separated from my partner of nearly 7 years a day after learning of her cheating on me. TL, Doctor, my partner of nearly 7 years had sex with another man last year, and I suspect she has been emotionally and physically cheating on me for at least the past 6 months up until today. I discovered this last night, and left a goodbye letter on the table this morning. I'm starting the process of figuring out who it is that I am and how I can move forward from here. I am writing this as a bit of journaling exercise and maybe for some support from people who have been through the same. Thanks for being so welcoming. We have been together since 2015, and early on I planned for this to be a lifelong relationship. It was rocky along the way, and this is part of the reason I never managed to propose. However, there is still a very mature ring fund, which will go somewhere else now, I'm sure. Around 2019 I began to think that maybe our relationship was not going to be like how I had imagined it. We fought a lot, nothing physical of course, just disagreements and mutual pouting and discontent. Our sex life dropped off significantly after 2016 for medical reasons, and it never really seemed to recover. In June of last year, we had a D&M where she said, in as many words, that I did not satisfy her, I had never satisfied her, and the thought of me in bed made her sick. It was very upsetting at the time, and in hindsight I should have called our relationship then, but we decided initially that we would try to work our way through our problems, and we also ended up having a 4-month COVID-19 hard lockdown shortly afterwards, so I didn't want to throw her onto the street or anything. Around September, I discovered she had been sexting some guy overseas, a total breach of trust, but I decided I would bracket it because there was nothing physical, and even though we never discussed it openly, I thought she knew that I knew. I never broached this directly, but we eventually decided we would go to couples therapy. I discovered yesterday that she slept with another man in November last year while she was out of town on a short holiday. Some random she met online, and I presume she had been chatting with for a few weeks at least. I didn't care to ask for the exact date, but it was either shortly before or shortly after our first couples therapy session. When she went to work today, I left a note on the table saying goodbye, packed a bag, and went to my parents' place for a few days. This evening after she came home we had an hour-long SMS-only discussion I don't want to talk about aloud. I can't put my words together in time to speak them, where she took responsibility for everything, promised to change, and asked if I would come back. I appreciated her honesty. I believe everything she has said. This is completely unlike her, something she acknowledged, and she is afflicted by both mental illness and gruesome sexual trauma as a child and young adult, but I said that this was a hard barrier for me and I would not consider coming back, even if we continue to seek couples therapy for this issue. I said I would consider going back to our therapist to work through the breakup process, as we had discussed this previously in one of our sessions, and I can see how it could be helpful. It is also something our therapist has worked on. Even if we could make our way past this and she found a way to fix herself, it would always be a part of our past, and something I will never be able to reconcile myself with while we were in a relationship. I don't fully believe that there has only been one other man. I asked how many other people she has had sex with during our relationship, and she said one, but I think this might have been a very strict definition of sex, and that she has been emotionally and physical cheating with several other men over at least the past 6 months and even up until now. She said that this is a part of her life which feels like it's without consequence, and although that is obviously wrong, I can understand what she is saying. Anyway, the number doesn't matter, one is one too many. I feel very dirty for how I found this all out, especially since I was going by a gut feeling, but I feel partially vindicated by my gut being right. I don't know if I can shake this feeling of shame for having been able to discover this, even though it is for the best that I know and that we separate. I will likely be moving my appointment with my own therapist forward a few weeks to help with where I go from here. I don't quite know how she moves on from this, but I am trying my best to focus on myself. I don't know what I will do with myself yet, because so much of who I am, what I do, what I'm like, revolves around what we were. I picked up my guitar for the first time in a few months and couldn't do much with it. I don't play as much now because I felt embarrassed playing around her, not her fault. She was always very encouraging of all my creative pursuits. I have a few friends, but I am both a very reserved person and also someone who gets lonely easily. I might need to house share because I don't know if living alone is a good idea for me right now. I did say that I hope we can be friends one day, and I really do. Besides the infidelity and our other problems, she's great and we did gel in a very cool way. But in my heart of hearts it doesn't seem likely, at the very least, as soon as either one of us starts seeing someone else, unless they're super chill, I don't think it's going to work. I've decided that I'm not going to be super candid with other people about the circumstances of our breakup. There's no need to be, but it's something that I would mention to a future partner, and I can imagine for them that it would be a bit weird for your partner to be friends with their ex who is also a cheater. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. She will likely move to another city and we won't have much opportunity to see each other again anyway. Anyway, that's my story. There were times this morning when I thought I might try to just let it slide and forget about it, but I'm glad the part of me which stood fast won over, because there was really no future knowing this. It would always eat at me. I don't know what the future holds, and I am truly scared because I have had struggles with alcohol and smoking in the past which my partner really helped me to temper. I stopped smoking as a condition of getting together, which I'm grateful for, maybe with a sneaky cigarette every now and then at the pub, and I don't have that anymore. I have made a short list of things for me to try to do with myself for the next 4 weeks and have committed to not buying any spirits at all for now and only smoking if I've gone out and someone offers. I don't go out often, so this is generally sustainable for me. If there is anything any of you have done to get past the first few weeks and months of your breakup due to infidelity, I would certainly appreciate any advice. If you have made it this far, thanks a lot for reading. Hope you are getting along your journey all right as well. If you are, then feel free to drop into the comments and let me know that it gets better because I need it. Here are some of the best comments from our community. The amount of disrespect it takes to cheat on your partner and verbally attack their physical confidence with that bit about how she feels about you physically does not make her someone you should hope to be friends with in the future. Good luck disentangling yourself from this woman, and when you do, I would consider making it permanent. Really, it's sad when you have perspectives with your partner, and you realize that it was only you who thought about a future together. In any case, according to your history, it feels that she was never an honest girlfriend with you. I think there are many red flags. After the time together, for example constant arguments, lack of sex, I think your decision is correct. From my point of view, infidelity is the greatest betrayal there is. It drags countless things and actions to get there, even more so when you prepare it, as was the case with your girlfriend. She spent weeks preparing the last one she did where he went directly to fuck him. The best thing you can do right now is go get your things, when she's not around, and cut off all kinds of relationships. Really, brother, why keep talking to such a disgusting person, someone without dignity, without values, someone who doesn't deserve a single second of your thoughts? Go away as a gentleman, just say goodbye and be happy with one of the guys who fucked. One of the things that will help you right now, both emotionally and physically, is to start doing a lot of physical activity. Go for a run, sign up for a gym. It will significantly increase your self-esteem and you will begin to see things from another perspective. It is really beneficial for you now. Someone who had serious trauma in their life tend to have serious mental health issues. As you've found out, this is very difficult to overcome even if they get help. I think you've chosen the right path and hopefully you will find your peace. Exercise hard. Force yourself to eat healthy. If you can't eat, try Ensure or other meal supplement drinks. Drink plenty of water. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. If you're having trouble sleeping, exercise more and/or see your doctor for a prescription sleep aid. This is not something anyone wants to go through. Remember, when you're walking through hell, don't stop. Keep going. You'll get through it. This is as good a time as any to start making healthful choices and forming good habits. You got this. It does get better. A few things: no alcohol or cigarettes. They will do you no good. Exercise is great for clearing your mind. Get a routine in place ASAP. I rode my bike everywhere for a few months after I caught my ex cheating. Talk to your therapist as much as possible. It does wonders for getting your thoughts in order. Most importantly, never look back. Go total NC. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the remarks below. Bear in mind to subscribe as well as strike the notification bell.